Hello everyone and welcome back to the latest part of the Forza Horizon 5 Let's Play. Yes, we still have that going, even though it's being spaced out a little more than perhaps usually would. But today we're going to pick up straight from where we left off last time with the Forza Edition Drag Beetle. We earned this thing, we went and had a look at it, we built it up, we made it into a drag car, we made it into a wheelie build. As we can see, it also does it pretty well. But today we're going to go ahead and do something new. See right here we have El Camino, following the footsteps of an intrepid explorer. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Right, so that takes us to El Camino. So we've got already a couple of points on that because right at the start of the Let's Play, if any of you have stuck around that long or have indeed remembered doing that, we got the option to choose between the virtual story or whether we got to do the photo story. Now we went and started with the photography with a Jeep Gladiator, something else has just gone flying off into the distance, and then we came back and did this much later on, but now we get to go ahead and continue the El Camino photographer story. So let's go ahead and just floor it a little bit, shall we? God, I love building this thing. We should be there in minutes. And minutes later, we were. So it turns out that actually we kind of needed to be over here, not all the way down here. But that was pointless. Now we're in the actual place. Let's continue the Horizon story. On to number 2.
Hola, hola! Remember the old book I told you about? I went and dug it out of a box at my padre's place. I want to try and find something.
And you need a driver.
And I need a driver.
And that's why we're
Bien.
here.
Head for Las Barrancas. I'll explain on the way.
Cool. Where are we going?
So, what are we looking for?
My favorite book is called El Camino de Sidney Wolverstone, about an explorer who traveled Mexico 200 years ago. In her book, she describes these Atlantis she found, giant statues, but there aren't supposed to be any of those near here.
Giant statues? From an old book?
That aren't supposed to exist, yes. I've been piecing together clues from the book. Do you think you can get this car right into the river at the bottom of the Copper Canyon?
You really don't know me very well.
So I need to take this thing into a river. Well, can do. Off we go.
The Copper Canyon is a wonder of Mexico. There used to be 6 separate rivers which came together to create the landscape that we're seeing now. 4 times larger than the Grand Canyon, covering 25,000 square miles. Oh, and the green color in the rock is why it got that name, copper.
Well, there's a little bit of history for you. Didn't think you'd be getting educational facts from a video on the internet, especially not on just video games. But hopefully that's helped someone somewhere. And if it has, that's pretty cool, because I learned something too. Now, let's see. Do we just... Yep. This way.
A ver, let's get pictures here. In the book, Lady Sidney's expedition makes camp here, but that's just a fun story. Yeah, the book talks about...
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a minute. The book talked about camp and stuff, but I think, nailed it. Oops. Oh dear. Hey, that might be a thumbnail too. And that should be... when it loads... when it loads again...
That is increíble. How has no one ever found this before?
And 3 stars, 2 minutes 28. I think that little bit of cross-country helped. Well, did us good. Also saw about the truck. So sure. You know, sure, that's how English works. Right, on to the next chapter.
Hey, amiga. According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statue.
Well, that's good, but I think I'm going to get something that can actually turn. This should be quick enough, hopefully. Oh god, we got 6 point something miles. And doing that's not going to help. And just like that, we have arrived! Oh dear. Also, oh dear. Is there an area for me to do the story as well as a street race? That's a very poor placement. Let me see, if we go back this way, maybe? Nearly. There we go. That placement needs work.
All right, let's get going. The sun's setting, but we have enough time to get there along the beach. I'm excited. Do you think we'll find it?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm getting the sense that there's more to Mexico than meets the eye.
Oh, we get the FJ40. Okay, I planned on making a video on this. Let me know if I should. Oh, this is so slow. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, off-roading we go, so we have the car for it. I mean, why not?
Did you know Sidney Wolverstone was also a, I can't say what's the word, a botanista? A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de Mexico? Just read about her life.
Also another fun fact. Right, we're gonna go down past the Baja Circuit. Probably cut across here. And just keep going this way. There we go. We've got 2 minutes 10 to get there. I think going across the dunes we should, quote, should, hopefully be okay.
The book describes several sites where Sidney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me. But even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years.
What? Now? Oh well, out to the coast we go. Look at that view. Isn't that fantastic? 0.6 miles to go. Gotta be quick to make it. We're not gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Photo mode. Easier just to press the button the second it gives you that cue. Look at that. That's not a photo and a half. Feel free to have that as a screenshot. Do what you want with it. I'm gonna go and complete the challenge with it. There we go. Photo challenge complete. Beautiful. Right, let's go on and see. It should hopefully be 3 stars.
Interesting. The design doesn't seem entirely Aztec, but it does remind me of Tlaloc, the rain god. This is amazing. I'll work out where the next one should be and give you a call.
Where does the trail lead from here?
South and inland. I'm sure of it. I'll be in touch. There it is! Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
That's what we've done. And there is our 3 stars. It just took a little bit. There's a lot of dialogue to get through. Anyway, that is chapter 3? 4? 3? Oh, I don't know. Right, let's go and get the next bit loaded, shall we? Well, we've got to drive 1.6 miles, so that should not take too long in this glorious sounding car. Now let's see. Can I throw it at corners like that? Oh wow, this thing's actually better than I remember making it. Fine by me. Right, let's go and do 0.6 miles. Oh, yeah, I'd usually edit this bit out, but we don't really need to. It's only going down here. And just like that, a little bit of cross country. I'm sure they won't mind us parking a Ferrari on the golf course. We have made it. Not bad. Now, there is an issue here. We've got to do this. We've got to choose. We're going to do this one. At some point in time, we'll probably come back and do the rest of the chapters, probably in another video, because I've got a little bit of an idea for this one. But we're going to get through a few of these first.
Okay, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé, un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver.
Does this mean you expect me to take an international scout through a river?
I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit.
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, Tumuleje, let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards.
Oh god, there must be more to it. Right, let's go. We're gonna have to floor it just across country, aren't we? Just as well we're used to driving things quickly here. Oh god, that's a hill! Nailed it. Right, on to Mulhay we go. I think that's how you say it from what I've gathered. People that actually know the language of Mexico, please just tell me. And where's the river? We're gonna park it in the river. We've gone in the river. Right, let's see. I think you can get some really good photos. This is a really nice one, especially if you like photography. And this is actually a really, really nice little story to have a go at. And that is that challenge done too. Perfect.
Lady Sidney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
A bit of dialogue and 3 stars. 1 minute 24 seconds. I guess on to the next chapter of whichever chapter it is. Not too sure at this point. And this thing will be there in a matter of minutes because, well, it's the Ferrari FXXK Evo and it's pretty quick. Provided I don't start sliding it. Right, onward we go to somewhere.
Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Wait a minute.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. Cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Then, are we looking for more than one statue, maybe? And in the heart of the blue water? What does that mean, I wonder?
No, but so the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sidney Wolverstone published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien, ahí estás. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls.
Found a tree. I had to wait for ages just to say I found a tree. God. Right, we're going to have to try a different approach to this one, aren't we? Right, let's see. Can we make it across here? Kind of? Sort of? Kind of? Ah, who cares? Let's keep going. And can we slide this thing a little bit? We can. It's not recommended, but we can. Okay, let's see. We're going into the edge of somewhere. I mean, don't know where we're going. That's nearly a tree. Oh god, that would not be very tremendous if I hit that thing. You know what? Sure, let's get this as a photo. Oh, what on earth? Only in Horizon, people. Only in... Oh god, you can't even see it. Only in Horizon. Oops.
Oh, the pictures are good. And you know having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again.
Oh, that's good. And that is even better. 1 minute 34 instead of 2 minutes. Heading cross country was actually a really good idea. Well, it wasn't until we found that tree. Oh well. Let's see what the next chapter's got in store.
Oy, oy, oy. This is big. I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can.
Well, I mean, I would. But you see, there's a slight issue. You put me in a race car on dirt. So, it might take a little longer this time.
I found more of Lady Sidney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
And they've given us a decent car to do it with. We've got a Ford Bronco this time.
Okay, so, a ver, fantastic creatures carved in rock. And she found the statue early one morning. And get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc. That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
Yeah, let's see indeed.
East of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, though I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sidney did too. She got sketches in her book. Imagínatelo, imagine it. Explorers like Lady Sidney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yes, yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
We have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did.
Can I speak now? Okay, yes, we're good. Did not want to get in the way of dialogue. Anyway, through we go, and because we've got plenty upon plenty of time, we're going to go and park right in the centre. Look at that. Oh, just a bit more beautiful. Right, let's go and get a beautiful photo of this Bronco, even though I'm not sure this is what I'm meant to be photographing. But I mean, just look at this. Doesn't that look cool?
Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sidney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a Tlaloc statue here.
Well, it's intriguing. And we've nailed it with the photo taken in 1 minute 31 instead of 2 minutes 30. We nearly had an entire minute shaved off the timer there. Right, on to the next chapter. And then there's only one more left after that, I think. Okay, should be interesting. As I barely got to speak during the last one because there's so much dialogue, but... oh well, what can you do? You're joking, we've got to go all the way down there. I'm getting a better car for this. Much better. Okay, let's go and continue venturing on to, well, wherever we're meant to be going. I'm not quite too sure where we're meant to be going today. But we're going cross-country, that's a hill.
Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sidney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Let's go and see how quickly we can get there. Well, it feels like just an average day in England, really. Right, let's keep on going. We've just got to floor this thing 2.8 miles straight cross-country and hope we get there in time. Through the roundabouts, taking it the British way, throughout everything. I really hope half of these trees are breakable. Or we could just miss them entirely, that's fine by me. Oh, didn't miss that one. Ouch. Alright, well, we barely made that one. Okay. There is vehicle, there is building, there is photo. Beautiful. And that's another photo challenge done and dusted. Let's see, what has Carmen got to say about this?
It's been fun, though I do feel like there should have been treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way?
You said that, not me.
So that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me, yeah?
So that leaves us with 2 chapters left. And 3 stars. We got the one after this, and that little one from earlier.
Ay, ay, ay. Hi there, Hall of Famer, eh? Woo! No time to explain. Vente ya. Come, meet me.
Thanks, Carmen. Is this about the book?
Probably. Right, we have got 3.5 miles to do, a lot of time to get there, and a beautiful car to get there in. I mean, just look at this thing. Right, onward we go. However, you know what? While we're here, I've got an idea. We'll get onto the photograph thing in just a minute in those other two chapters, but there is also a barn find room around here, and I think it could be down here somewhere. Just a case of where. Oh, that's where, found it. Let's see what we've got.
Let me guess. Found it.
Yep, found it. That's a good Alex impression. Right, let's see what we've got. Is this finally the GMC Jimmy?
Whoa! No wonder those American collectors wanted this. It's a Viper. The ACR, I think. Aye, 8-litre V10. And almost impossible to keep the power on the road. But if you can... Here, give me a hand.
Nice. Okay,
Give you a call when it's done. Speak soon.
thank you. Now on to where we're going. Correction. Now on to where we're going. Right, let's see what's left in store. There we go, Horizon Story, El Camino. So we've got this one left, and also the Statue at Noon chapter left. So I think, just before we get on to the last one, let's go and get this one out of the way quickly. Sorry for any disappointment, but we will be getting to the last chapter, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find it.
Okay, we'll check out El Arco de Cabo San Lucas and see if it matches the book. Let's get there fast.
You read my mind.
Okay, we get Amaya's Manx, let's go. Thank you, now we can go. Onward, that's not onward, that's... Okay, maybe that is onward. Right, we've got to try and get across here in almost record time. It's so awkward, anybody not saying anything. Right, let's go and see if we can find said statue. Target, 5 minutes. Might take us a lot less time than 5 minutes. If we can get up another gear, there we go. Right, target 5 minutes. We've got to drive 1.2 miles! That's the... oh no. Oh no. Oh yes, we're good. We're good, let's keep going.
There, down onto the beach. The book says, we found the statue by the Ark looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun.
That's good, but there's no setting sun at the moment, so... yeah.
I don't see it. Huh. Well, let's get some lunch and try back later in the day.
Okay. Oh, look at that scenery. Beautiful. Right, let's see what the next bit is. Because there's bound to be a part 2. Probably.
Oh, I told you that was the best place to eat around here. Was I wrong? Aye. Okay, we need to get going. Can you get us to the beach before the sun sets?
You mean outrun the sun? Yep, I think I can do that. Even with the extra helping of tres leches.
What now? Okay, we've got 1.1 miles to go and 1 minute 50 to do it in. Some incredibly short gear ratios. Oh, these are horrible. Right, let's keep going and break through the barriers and just cut across down here, I guess. Well, this should be simple. Right, it's through there. We'll just try and move everything out of the way. That's a lot of birds. Right, onward we go. Where's that ramp was there? Oh well. And hopefully, if we just go and swing that around the front of this rock face. That was a bit too much swing, not enough. Oh, we're good. We're good. Hopefully, this should be good. That's a lot of times of saying good. Right, is there a statue here? Nope. I mean, look at that. Perfect. Right. Photo taken. There is our photo challenge done. And now we've got one more chapter left to go. But first, thoughts from my friendly Carmen here.
There it is, right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
Right, that is freaking me out. It's right there. How did we miss it?
The shadows were really deep just here earlier. Maybe we just didn't see it? But now I really want to see if we can find any more of these mysterious statues.
And that should be 3 stars. I don't know what it is, but I feel like in this video, the game has talked more than I have. Huh, that's odd. Right, now we'll go and get the other chapter done. If you've watched this far, this means that you're probably enjoying the video, so if you're not already subscribed, go ahead, press the button, you know you want to. Okay, the fact it says season changing down in the bottom right kind of concerns me a little bit, but sure. Okay then, whatever you want, Horizon.
Ah, there you are. So I worked it out. Remember that flash flood? She was near an abandoned church along a river. And that has to be the Temple of Quechula. Ándale, vámonos. Drive.
Okay, we get given a Hennessy Velociraptor.
Claro,
Finally, a
head
decent
for the
vehicle.
temple at Quechula.
We've got to
Lady
get
Sidney has
3 point
one
something
more
miles in
boss
1 minute
and
40.
her gonna show.
Okay, let's see what this Velociraptor can do, because we are cutting it right off-road. 2.3 miles, 1.9 miles, considerably less by the time we get across here. Okay, let's go through the... Never mind. Road, at long last, sweet, sweet road. Oh, how I've missed... Oh, we've got to go this way. Across the flooded plain we go. No, we're not talking about an undersea Boeing. Let's see, 0.7 miles, 0.6. Oh, we're gonna be cutting this one close! Okay, just gonna quickly get that. Oh, that's such a cool photo. You know what? Let's just, yep, that's mine now. That is the photograph, done and dusted. Right, continue. Let's see what Carmen has to make of it.
This is amazing. Like a final chapter of the book I never got to read as a girl. I hate to say it, but it feels like this belongs in a museum.
I agree. But you know it won't be visible unless you go see it at exactly the right time.
You don't believe that, right?
Totally not. Whoever said that? Right, that is a photo sorted. 3 stars. We barely scraped 1 minute 40, which is why I was rushing so much, but as to try and get everything done and dusted on time. But we've 3 starred every single little bit. So let's go and see if there's any more dialogue and anything else. There might even be an accolade reward in it for us too. Well, we've loaded back in. There is no additional dialogue, I guess. There is, belongs in a museum. Complete that. And earns 3 stars on that. Anything else? There is an accolade reward. Ooh. Let's see. So we could go and do all of these. Take a photo deep into there. We did that one, technically. But, oh, unless we have to save the photo? Ah, who knows. We do get a GTC for Luso for getting 3 stars, and we also get the El Camino Super Sport. I mean, come on. It'd be rude of us not to do this. There we go. Car awarded. And then that should hopefully give us El Camino. And if you go over to Chevrolet just here, we should see El Camino Super Sport. So we have been able to complete, mostly, the entire El Camino story. Apart from those few accolades, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay? So nothing. So there it is. And while we're here, do we leave that sign where it is? Yeah, we'll leave it there. Oh, it's put us up on the drift zone. Drift mountain. It's put us up here. Anyway, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. We're going to go into photo mode one last time to go and take a look at the El Camino itself. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this edition of the Forza Horizon 5 Let's Play, and hope that if you want it to continue, do go ahead and let me know some stuff that you think I should try in the next episode. Okay, so something else I just wanted to show quickly, just before I do actually finish off the video. I'll get back to the outro in a minute. But a handy little thing that I just wanted to include was this. right here. Driven all roads in Mexico. Beautiful. Little bit of a screenshot saved there. Fantastic. Isn't that amazing? Right, back to your outro. So, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I make plenty of Forza content and sometimes my RL stuff too. And also leave a comment. I love to read them, try to apply to as many as I possibly can. This has by far been probably my most favourite story yet because it involves photography. And I like photography. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm rambling. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Right, and that is another screenshot for my collection. Ah, beautiful.